Did you know that Bandai Namco Toys in America are bringing over the movie Monster Series line? That's right, direct import. So check out Bandai Namco Play and all the information that I have in a video that I posted the other day. Card should be popping up and you can check out information in the description. Dragon Ball, horror, kaiju, and more. Steven's Toy Reviews. Hey collectors, it's going to be Steven here, and welcome to my review of the movie Monster Series. It's going to be a new version, a new sculpt actually, of Godzilla 2004, Hedorah 2004, and Manda 2004. I'm just going to go with simple English pronunciation because it is late and I'm getting ready to go to San Diego Comic-Con. So bear with me here. So we have these three amigos for Godzilla Final Wars, and I'm aware that Monster X is here, but I'm going to hold off on Monster X until there are possible other Final Wars monsters coming, which some possibly have been circling around the community, but nevertheless, we shall wait and see. So for each one of these, Hedorah has a US retail price of $20 to be released in September, and hopefully the rest will follow suit. However, in Japan, they range between 2,000 yen and 2,500 yen if you were to pick them up. I will say that Godzilla 2004 is a fan favorite and an evergreen character choice, so chances are fans may skip over this because they may have one, but I am pleased to say, though I don't have a comparison option available, it is a new sculpt. Hedorah is rather interesting, and then there's Manda. Let's take a look to see whether or not they're going to be worth adding into your collection. So Godzilla is Godzilla, and Godzilla is always good, so I don't really think that I need to sell you too much on Godzilla, because even if there's a glaring flaw, I think people will go ahead and buy Godzilla anyway. So with that being said, we can do the 360 spin view, and I can talk to you a little bit about what he looks like, how he looks like, so on and so forth. He does have a little bit of a purple mouth, which, okay, that's an interesting design choice, but nevertheless, it is what it is. Overall, I do think that it is a fine effort for a release, and there's not much else to say. The sculpt and the pose kind of confused people, but those who do have this one did confirm when comparing wise with other Godzilla 2004 figures that actually the minute sculpted details are different. And though yes, you can go in and you can make minor adjustments like changing out the dorsal plates, which would cause you to have to resculpt the entirety of the figure a la NECA with their 2014 to 2019 Godzilla. Nope, it looks like all of the details on this guy are different, so that's a plus. And then at this point, we're going to take a look at the tag, which, here you go, damaged because of importing. Yeah. Okay, Hedorah. Hedorah is going to be something that's a little bit different, and I think honestly looks a little bit weird. When we take a look at the tag, you're actually going to see it's even sculpt-wise and paint scheme-wise, it apparently is rather accurate, and I'm fine with that. Overall, actually taking a look at it in hand, I was pleased a bit more than I thought I would be, mostly because they got the generally speaking major notes of the suit done well. You may recall that Hedorah has like a smokestack pipe sticking out on like the left side of his chest. He's got like right where the heart would be, which is pretty cool. And then we have the long dangly bit out of the left hand. And then on the tail, we have that unique shape. So generally, I think that they did the best that they could for the intended $20 price tag. However, I'm a bit conflicted on the price of vinyls versus the quality that we're getting out of the movie Monster Series line, and perhaps that is going to be a somewhat video essay for some point in the future, but nevertheless, that can probably be something that we talk about here. I will commend them for getting the quality control on the eyes really, really nice, pretty much on all of the units that I've seen. They're rather well done, though I would have appreciated another paint application, another scheme added in somewhere for the figure, just so it had more than the rust color. But nevertheless, what they promoted for Hedorah, they definitely delivered on here. Manda is a train wreck. There's realistically speaking no other way to put it. And I don't like using that word, especially more these days, but there's really no other way to put this, especially when it comes to my unit. You're getting the 360 spin view right now, and oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Where do we start? Okay, so first and foremost, there's going to be spotty quality control, and you can actually see where the jointed segments of Manda are at. The actual paint sort of stops and then picks up again. Okay, so the parts were painted separately and then it was assembled. Makes sense, but it wasn't consistent. But you can sort of see like an overspray. So what happened anyway? So there's that. All right. Now, if we take a look at the back part of Manda, which I'm going to showcase more in the articulation section, it was glued in crooked. Okay. Then, I live with someone who has a bachelor's degree in graphic design. Okay. My contemporaries who have reviewed this, who are also in related art fields, have noticed this. Manda's hind legs are sculpted backwards. So we have not good quality control and objectively bad anatomy. I want to say something positive. I don't know, wait for something else. I forgot to make mention specifically of the tag for Hedorah, so we'll take a look at the Hedorah's tag here. Just fine. Though I'm very interested to see once these get brought over to the United States, what the tags may look like, if there will be tags or if they will be boxed, or if they'll just simply have a sticker, because if you notice here, or if you catch Manda's, which we'll probably be at now, it says no customer support for those outside of Japan. No customer support for those overseas. So that's pretty interesting, I think. Yeah. All right, now that we're done with the tags for these figures and the sculpt and paint, articulation, Hedorah, has swivels at the shoulders. That's it. Manda, despite having cuts aplenty, only has one swivel. And like I said, I'm going to be pointing out the back portion of Manda not having a swivel and having misaligned parts. And Godzilla is going to have the standard neck swivel, shoulder swivel, and hip swivel. So it's indicative that this is going to be a reused mold, but nevertheless, it actually is not. Now, let's go ahead over to a size comparison where here I put Manda on a riser. So this way we get a better understanding of how wide it is. Does that make sense? Anyway, here's how big these guys are going to be compared to some other figures you just might have. So buy now, skip, or wait for a deal. What I will say is it's a bit of a shame that the movie monster series Zilla is not happening yet. But nevertheless, I do think that Godzilla is evergreen. Pretty much if someone's interested, they're going to buy it. Hedorah could be improved, but it's fine. It's much more affordable than the YMSF alternative, which is fine in its own right. Manda is Final Wars Manda. Unfortunately. But if we put it in the mindset or we frame it as $20, I'm a little conflicted on how we should view things with price, considering some other items on the market are available and so forth. But hey, you know what? If you're looking for a representation of the monster, I suppose they're not too shabby. Except Manda.
Hey collectors, that's going to wrap up the video today. And as always, thanks for watching, commenting, sharing, subbing. It all helps. I always enjoy responding to comments, so be sure to drop one down below and I will respond if I can. I do have supporters on Patreon as well, and each review gets an end card to show who is supporting each month, so here are the end cards. Camera batteries, SD cards, even hard drives. It's not possible without that support, so thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Here's the final end card, so this way you can click subscribe, check out another video, or even check out the social media outlets. You know you want to. Before we end today, as in the description, there may be paid ad space, affiliate links, or product samples that were sent out in this video, so please check out the STR ad disclosure. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch ya in the next video.